living there has been a blessing in my life. It's completely changed me in a way that I never thought it would. I worked as a substance abuse counselor, addictions level 3, for 27 years in New York City. I was licensed, and due to 2 spinal surgeries, I had to surrender my license, and my life completely and drastically changed since then. I've endured suffering from depression, suffering from anxiety, panic attacks. And prior to this occurring in my life, I was diagnosed with bipolar and general anxiety and PTSD. From a very young age of 7, there were a lot of childhood events that took place in my life that were quite challenging for me. Those events I'm now confronting and I'm facing, and I will not be able to have achieved this without meditation. I'm feeling liberated from many things that have, over the years since child, held me back from growing, from promoting myself to a higher level of consciousness, to a higher level of spirituality. I stopped believing in myself. I stopped believing that I had that spiritual sense of being in me that I've always had for all these years. I can tell you that was on account of me growing up with pain and masking that pain away. The trauma that I went through as a child, I started experiencing lots of traumas. Sexual trauma, emotional trauma, abusive trauma, emotionally, mentally, physically, bullying, since I was the age of 6 until probably graduating in 1985 from the Virgin Islands in Croy. I had a lot of challenges. It was not easy growing up in the Virgin Islands at that time, and that era was a time that gay men were not accepted. There was a lot of homophobia. I can tell you that there was a lot of resentment that I held against people that did a lot of damage in my life. I cannot tell you how difficult it is to suffer from anxiety and PTSD and also be labeled as bipolar. Something that came forth from a lot of tragic and dramatic experiences that really left deep wounds and scars in my life. And I am giving that child that was abused at the age of 6 to the age of 14, I gave that child a voice, finally, after 52 years. What I've learned and what I'm learning through living there is that each day brings a new experience in me and out of me and from me. And I can see myself growing. I can see myself getting my spirituality back. I'm able to sleep better. I'm able to relinquish the pain and face the feelings and not mask and disguise them. I'm able to confront my defense mechanisms and learning how to breathe in and accept the feelings and learning how to label my triggers and label the feelings. These feelings don't have to control me. I control my life. What I want to get from this meditation course and what I'm getting is where I am now. I am at peace. I am more loving. I am more spiritual. Also prayer, because I pray a lot. Prayer is when we talk to God, and meditation is when we listen, and we listen to God from within. I strongly recommend to anyone that's looking to look within themselves and to look and seek for their own answers, because we often turn to drugs, we often turn to alcohol, we medicate ourselves with chemicals that are not natural chemicals in our body. And I have to thank again Giovanni so much for everything that I've learned from you, because we do need more of us meditators in the world and bring new people into this discipline. It is a very good discipline and a positive discipline.